After analysing every team at the 2026 World Cup, I've ranked all 48 nations based on how they performed, their pre-tournament expectations and their tournament history. So with that, welcome back to the channel, and remember, I'm just a guy with insane ball knowledge. Mexico, B tier. A decent tournament for the co-hosts as they reached a round of 32 and continued to make the Azteca a fortress until they were finally overcome by 10-man England. South Africa, C tier. Considering their terrible start with 2 reds, they made history by getting to their first knockout round, and who could forget that sit-hole meme that we all got on TikTok. South Korea, D tier. A poor tournament after their strong opening game as they failed to qualify for the knockout rounds, even though they came into the tournament as one of the dark horses with some of the other Asian teams. Czechia, D tier. A poor tournament for the European nation as they finished bottom of Group A, when before the tournament they were tipped to possibly win it if they could get a result against Mexico at the Azteca. Switzerland, A tier. A very good tournament for the Swiss, who equalled their best ever finish after topping their group and reaching the quarterfinals due to their big names stepping up, such as Granit Xhaka. Canada, B tier. A strong outing from the other co-hosts as they reached a round of 16. However, their highlight of the tournament came with a historic 6-0 win over Qatar on matchday 2. Bosnia and Herzegovina, C tier. A difficult tournament for Bosnia, however, with Bosnia legend Edin Dzeko leading the line, they managed to qualify for the round of 32 by being one of the best third-place teams in the tournament. Qatar, F tier. A poor performance from Qatar, who posted the previous World Cup. There's not much to say other than they finished bottom of their group on 1 point and conceded 10 goals. Brazil, D tier. Taking expectation into account, this was a poor performance by the Brazilians. Even though they topped their group with Vinicius carrying them at times, they only edged past Japan and were well beaten by Norway in the round of 16 after that Bruno Guimaraes missed penalty. Morocco, A tier. Drawing with Brazil isn't something everyone can say, but Morocco can, and arguably they should have won that match. Overall, it was a very good showing again from the Atlas Lions as they are beginning to cement their team as one of the top national sides. Scotland, D tier. With all the hype around them qualifying, they were terrible. The lack of pace mirrored England and their defensive errors led to their downfall. Honestly, the fans would have been better playing as they were a lot more passionate. Haiti, F tier. Let's be honest, no one really knew what they were doing in the World Cup, and this was shown with Haiti finishing dead last with 0 points. US, B tier. Ignoring all the antics off the pitch and not letting people in and overturning the Balogun red card and just focusing on the football they played instead, the co-hosts were a joy to watch. Australia, C tier. A decent performance from the Aussies as they were good most of the time, but what baffles me is that decision to switch keepers for the Pens. Paraguay, B tier. They started off brilliantly, getting through the group after losing their first game, and then beating Germany in a historic game in the round of 32. But against France it all came crashing down, as they weren't there to play football, and they were throwing in fouls left, right and centre, and this match just undermines their incredible efforts to get to the round of 16. Turkey, F tier. Arguably the most disappointing display for a European team. Pointed as one of the main dark horses along with Norway, they crashed out the tournament as they finished bottom in Group D. Germany, D tier. What started off as a really promising tournament for the Germans, with a 7-1 win over Curacao, they drastically fell off in their other games and their ruthless edge was gone. Overall, a disappointing tournament, but hopefully Klopp will be able to work his magic in 2028 for the Euros. Ivory Coast, B tier. One of the wildcards of the tournament, and they did themselves justice. They finished second in the group and they had strong attacking threats before they narrowly lost to Norway in the round of 32. Ecuador, B tier. Another wildcard who defied the odds as they beat Germany to crush South Korean dreams as they qualified for the next round in 3rd place. But beating Mexico in the next round, especially at the Azteca, was always a difficult task. Curacao, C tier. One of the tournament's newcomers. Albeit they finished last in their group, they got their first ever World Cup goal and point, which the players and fans will always cherish. Netherlands, D tier. Just like Germany, they had a flying start but were beaten in the round of 32, leading to manager Ronald Koeman to resign. Japan, Sita, everyone's World Cup sweethearts, who almost no one hates. They valiantly battled their way to the round of 32, where unfortunately their depleted squad lost to Brazil. Sweden, Sita. Now Sweden is a tough one to judge, as they broke out the gates with an amazing 5-1 win, but then proceeded to lose 5-1 in their next game. However, overall, Graham Potter did a decent job, and their attacking trio of Isak, Gyökeres and Elanga was deadly at times. Tunisia, FT. Now, I don't know if you'll agree with me on this one, but this was the worst performance of a nation at the World Cup. -10 goal difference with 0 points, sacking their manager after losing 5-1 just to lose 4-0 in the following game is worse than what I can put into words. Belgium, 8. From a rocky start to a decent finish, De Bruyne and Lukaku shone in what was surely their last dance. They managed to squeeze their way into the quarter-finals against eventual champions Spain, where it was down to defensive errors that they lost. Egypt, beat it. Another good showing from an African nation, with Salah guiding his country to the round of 16, where they gave up a 2-0 lead against Argentina. Iran, Sita. Probably best they didn't qualify due to political reasons, but from a footballing perspective, it wasn't the worst tournament, and they did play some nice football at times, especially in match day 1 when they drew 2-2. New Zealand, Dita. Personally, I just wanted New Zealand to go through because of their TikTok account. They had their moments, but I also think they could have done better as they lost 5-1 to Belgium in their last game and showed their defensive vulnerabilities. Spain, S-tier. The World Cup 2026 champions put on a defensive display that even Arteta would be proud of. The champions started off rocky with a 0-0 draw against Cape Verde, but gradually grew into the tournament before beating Argentina 1-0 in the final. And I think most of the world was happy with that result. The question is though, can they do the double? Cape Verde, S-tier. I know I said Japan are the sweethearts, but so are Cape Verde. S-tier might be too high, but as a debutant country, they had an absolutely outstanding tournament. They held both Uruguay and Spain, who were 2-time winners, and they took Argentina to extra time. Uruguay, F-tier. A poor performance for the 2-time champions, as they didn't even make it out of the group. With the likes of Valverde and Núñez, pre-tournament you would have thought they would challenge Spain for first place in Group H. Saudi Arabia, D-tier. Not much to say about them really. They didn't really have the highest expectations going in, but they probably should have got through their group and done better in their 3 matches. France, A-tier. I'm not sure how they didn't win with their attack, but up until the semi-final against Spain, they were the real deal. Only positive for them is that Mbappe won the Golden Boot. Norway, A-tier. Arguably the only dark horses which lived up to their name. They had an incredible tournament as they reached the quarter-finals, and their main man Erling Haaland led the line and scored 7 goals at his first World Cup. Senegal, C-tier. They defied odds to get to the knockout rounds with a 5-0 win over Iraq, but they threw it all away when they gave up a 2-0 lead against Belgium, when they only had to hold on for another 5 minutes. Iraq, F-tier. Arguably equally as bad as Tunisia, other than the fact no one really had any expectations. Argentina, B-tier. Previous winners and runners-up. On paper they had a great tournament and deserve at least an A, but we all know from watching their matches their football was poor and they relied on Messi too much. Austria, C-tier. A decent tournament for them as they reached the knockout round, but their lack of known quality talent cost them from getting any further. But they should take pride in second place in Group J. Algeria, C-tier. Not sure what to say other than Riyad Mahrez carried them in my opinion. I wasn't too impressed by them, but they didn't do anything terrible in the tournament either, and managed to get through to reach the knockout rounds as one of the best third place teams. Jordan, F-tier. Based on football, a poor tournament. They were on par or maybe slightly better than Iraq. No one really knew them, so they kind of went unnoticed as they finished bottom of Group J with 0 points. Colombia, B-tier. A squad fired up by Luis Diaz conquered Group K as they made their presence felt in the knockout round as they beat Ghana and put up a strong performance against Switzerland before losing on penalties. Portugal, C-tier. We all wanted to see Ronaldo win, but in order to do that, he had to be dropped. Portugal played better football without him rather than with him, and although where he faked the free kick, which was top class, they struggled. Democratic Republic of Congo, B-tier. Along with Cape Verde, the DRC made a statement. They qualified in third and really tested England in the round of 32. A very good tournament for the Africans, but Wissa must be brewing that chance he missed against England to make it 2-0. Uzbekistan, F-tier. Unknown at the beginning, slightly more well-known now, but only really because Portugal thrashed them 5-0. Albeit they did have some good spells in the tournament which fans can be proud of. England, A-tier. It's never really coming home, is it? Throwing leads away as usual, but the mentality which was often spoken about by Thomas Tuchel was very clearly seen. England, however, did have their best finish at the World Cup since 1966, and every football fan knows that match against France was the real final. With Bellingham taking over the reins from Harry Kane for the next World Cup, who knows what will happen. Croatia, C-tier. The Croatians' golden generation has come to a close. The likes of Perisic and Modric plucked the strings one last time for the Croatians and got their country to the knockout rounds before controversially losing to Portugal. Ghana, C-tier. To be fair, they're probably still celebrating that draw against England as a win. But in all honesty, their tournament was okay. Very strong in defence but poor in attack. Panama, D-tier. The last of the 48 teams. There's not really much to say. They never looked like they would cause any team much trouble, but they made the final day of the group stage a lot more interesting. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to like and subscribe and catch us for our next ranking.